Okay, hello everyone. More World of Tanks because I've been doing a lot of War Thunder at the moment. Because unlike War Thunder, World of Tanks, for me at least, um, World of Tanks is more of a upload a video when you get a good game type. Yeah, you can't just War Thunder. I can just go into War Thunder, start recording, and then it'll be, you know, I can either have one game in an episode or two, and then one of those will be a good game. So, but World of Tanks for me, because I'm more of an average player, um, is once every so often I'll get a good enough game for me to actually record it. So instead I thought I'd just do a bunch of garage reviews. I know they're not going to be very fun, but garage reviews and then of course gameplay when I get good gameplay. However, I will upload one after another, so I'll do garage. One video will be the garage part of it. Another video will be the actual gameplay of it. So, I decided to do the Matilda Mark IV, Tier 5 Russian Premium, because you saw in the my Churchill episode that I drove this plus the Churchill 3, so I thought I'd just do a review on the Matilda line. So we'll do Matilda 4, Black Prince, and then of course the actual normal Matilda. So for now, just Matilda Mark 4. So start off like normal, 610 hit points. Well, actually, first I will just say something quickly. I bought the reason I bought this is because originally I thought, yeah, I'm probably not going to get it because it is in essence exactly the same as a Matilda. It's just more. Just has a different gun, more hit points, and is one tier higher, and gets special matchmaking. Only sees tier 6s. However, and is Russian, so strong thing. However, not too sure when it was, but whenever like all the premiums were half price, I just thought, you know what, the Matilda Mark IV, how is it normally? It's 1,500 gold is how much it would cost normally, which is the same as the Churchill 3, I think. Yeah, 1,500. However, it was half price, so I managed to get the Matilda Mark IV and also the Black Prince. For pretty much the same amount of money. So I was just like, alright then, I may as well just get all the Matildas in the game. The same as I am now working towards getting all the Churchills in the game. So I've got the Churchill 3, I've got the Churchill 1, Churchill gun carrier, now I'm working towards the Churchill 7 in my Churchill 1. And then of course I'll continue along the heavy tanks line. I'm never going to get to the FV215B before they remove it from the game, because I remember Jingle saying, I think it was Jingle, that the FV215B is being removed or something like that. But don't quote me on that. Quote Jingles. So, anyway, enough of that. You want to see this. Matilda Mark IV, 610 hit points, which is very good for a medium tank at tier 5. Let's have a look. T34, that's 150 health. Where else? Matilda Black Prince got the same hit points, so nothing about that. I know the Sherman 3 has got 465 with the upgraded turret. Sherman, the regular M4 Sherman, has 460, and then that's all my tier 5 mediums. So it's got a large amount of hit points. And if you think about it, the Churchill 3, Churchill 7, which have the most health of a tier 5 heavy tank, only have 90 hit points more, so it's very good hit point pool for a tier 5 medium. Weight with my setup is 27.62 tons, which is not the lightest thing in the world. T34 is only one less, however it goes a whole lot faster. That's 56. However, it does have like double the engine power, so let's just have a quick look. Sherman 3, that's heavier. However, obviously, has a better engine, so better power to weight ratio. Therefore, better top speed and So engine power, like I said, is not very good. I mean, that's 274. Let's have a look for another tank that has 274 engine power. 140 for the Valentine II. However, that goes quicker because it's much lighter. It's 15.71. Churchill, yeah, not really. You know what? Let's have a look at tier 2s. Right, we'll just go to tier 2. Tier 2. So that's 100 for the universal carrier. What are we looking for? 274. I'm pretty sure 140, 100, 160. What's the BDR? 350. I'm pretty sure there was a tank which has at tier 2 which has more engine power than a Matilda Mark IV. Let's have a quick look. Quick tech tree break. Have a look at the cruiser. 340 engine power. There you go. That's a. Then that is a light tank. So we'll have a look at the medium too. This is default engine, 90 horsepower. Wow. Come on, Britain. There's 160. Yeah. So it doesn't really have. Hold on. Let's have a look at the medium 3. That gets a 220 horsepower engine. So it shares about tier 3, I'm gonna say, engine power, which for a tier 5 is not very good. But then that does give a reason as to why the top speed is only 25 kilometers an hour, because power to weight ratio is not very good, and obviously the weight as well is going to be a big factor. So, however, 35 traverse speed degrees per second is admirable. 20 only for the Churchill 3, 40 for the T34. So it's only got the T34 has only got 5 more traverse speed, and that's a fast medium tank, and that's a Matilda. So it's got fairly good traverse speed. Hull armor, 75 at the front, 70 at the side, 55 at the rear of the tank. Obviously rear armor is going to be weaker because tanks aren't really supposed to be shot in the rear, unless of course flanking. So we'll just compare that to the T34, 45, 45, 40, however it is sloped, which will give it more angle, more armor rather, more effective armor at least. Black prints will be the same. Why are we looking at that? 50, 38, 38 hull armor. So it's fairly well armored for a medium tank. It's very well armored. 75 all round for the turret. Let's have a look at T34. 52, 52, 45. Bit of sloping, but nowhere near. 75 all round. So it's got fairly good. Let's just have a look at the shell. 63, 63, 63, 63 all round. So again, Sherman 3, not as much turret armor. Regular Matilda, obviously going to be exactly the same stats, pretty much. It has 1 less top speed. Wow, much weaker engine. Wow, okay. So, okay, we'll do a comparison at the end. It does get a Russian 76mm gun. 76mm Zis 96. Obviously 76 caliber, 16.15 rounds per minute, 86 average penetration with 110 average damage, 0.41 dispersion, which is not terribly good, but you can always increase the speed that you get to that. 1.7 second aiming time is not bad, and when you only have 41, well, which is, like I said, not good. I'm pretty sure I said it's not good. But then not that bad. It's better than a howitzer, let's just say that. And then weight, nobody cares about weight. So the actual gun reload time with my 100% crew plus gun rammer, and probably could increase it with improved vents. Where is it? There you go. Improved vents, 150. Is 3.21, which is alright. The 57mm for the T34, Zis 4, reloads in 2.49, so what else? We'll not look at the black prints because that has a 6-pounder, it's fast firing. 4.14 for the 76 on the Sherman. However, it's better penetration and slightly better damage. And then, of course, regular Matilda, we're not going to bother looking at that because that has a 2-pounder. 34 degrees per second turret rotation. T34 has 49. That's very, very quick. Black Prince has got 34 as well. Churchill, 34. So it's about average with my tanks at least. Let's look at the Crusader. 46. Sherman, 37. So it's slightly slow. However, average with, you know, the British, let's say. The British mediums and heavies. 350 view range, which is the same as the Churchill. T34, same as the T34 as well. Yeah. RT, same as RT. 350. So it's standard view range. Let's just say that. Standard view range. My Panzer II still has more view range than that, but we'll talk about that later in the actual review of the Panzer II. Apologies for any sound just then. Signal range 570, but who cares about signal range? Same as the Churchill. Slightly more than the T34. RT 420 plays it. 570, 550, 550. So it's got slightly better signal range, but nobody really cares about signal range because, hey, what is signal range? So we'll just do a little stats comparison with the regular Matilda. So obviously the regular Matilda is 1 tier lower, however they are technically the same thing. Matilda Mark IV is just a different configuration of the Matilda. Actually, I think the Matilda, once it's fully upgraded, is the Matilda Mark IV. It's just kept as the Matilda. So obviously hit points are going to be less because it's 1 tier lower. It weighs slightly less, even though I've got like camo net and stuff installed. It has a weaker engine. The Matilda Mark IV has a better engine. However, the Matilda only goes 1 km per hour slower, so if it did have the better engine, it would go faster than the Matilda Mark IV. However, in this configuration, it's 1 less. We just looked at that. 35 traverse speed, 36 traverse speed. Same hull and turret armor because they are the same hull and turret. 83 to 138 standard shell damage, 4169 using the 2-pounder with Little John adapter. I do have the 3-inch which I can fit on there, but you know, it's a howitzer, it doesn't count. Standard shell penetration is 91 to 151 for the Matilda, so worse penetration for the Mark IV. 16.15 compared to 28.57 for the Matilda. However, it is a 2-pounder, so it reloads very, very rapidly. As you can see, my actual reload time is 1.81, which is the fastest reload time I have on any tank whatsoever. The next two closest is the Black Prince and the Churchill 3, which has 1.98, 1.97 for the Churchill 3. But yeah, so my Matilda reloads very, 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 very quickly. The same traverse speed because it's the same turret. Slightly worse by 10 view range for the regular Matilda, and better signal range for the Mark IV Matilda. So they're almost the same. Matilda Mark IV has a slightly better top speed and a better engine and better signal range and 10 more view range. However, other than that, I like the Mark IV Matilda. It's able to take up a lot of damage where other medium tank it can pull off. Well, in many ways it can do the same stuff as a medium tank, however differently, because medium tanks like the T34, they're fast, they're designed for flanking. However, the Matilda Mark IV was designed obviously by the British for infantry support. So I'm not sure how the Russians used it. However, you can use the Mark IV Matilda. Excuse me for a second. You can use the Mark IV Matilda almost as a heavy tank, if you will. It doesn't have quite the armor of a heavy tank like the Churchill. However, it does have a good hit point pool, and has good armor for a medium tank. So you can pull off stunts where you would otherwise die horribly in a medium tank, such as the T-34 or the Sherman III. However, just don't count on crossing any open ground or rough ground at any sort of quick speed. For me, I think it is up to you. I can't say whether you should get it or not. I obviously got it because I want all the Matildas, and it was on sale as well. Who can resist a sale? But other than that, I would say it's a good tank. I have had fun driving it. Obviously, staying alive a lot longer than you would in any other medium tank. The gun is slightly lacking in the penetration. However, with the decent rate of fire and the decent shell damage, it's an overall decent gun for a decent tank. So I suppose I'll leave it as that. Now for upgrades, of course, almost forgot about them. I have got a gun rammer because 76mm gun won't fire as fast as the regular 2-pounder that you have on the Matilda, so obviously gun rammer is useful on anything that can fit it. Wet ammo rack, obviously, if you find your ammo racks getting knocked out. Improved vents might help with your top speed, view range, your reload time as well, and your aiming time, so you might want that. Spore liner, you have good armor, so I suppose it might not be that bad of an idea, because you do have thick armor, because it's a Matilda. Binocular telescope, don't bother sitting still anywhere in a bush, so don't bother with the binocular telescopes. Coated optics might not be a bad idea. Coated optics are generally a nice thing to have on any tank because it affects whilst you're moving. Or whether you're stationary or whatever. So yeah, coated optics might be good. Gun length drive doesn't particularly need it with 1.7 aiming time. You may want it, I don't know. Up to you. Toolbox, I just like having it for that speedy repair to cut down on money spent on small repair kits or large repair kits if you want. So that's what I've gone with. For the commander, I've gone with 6th Sense because 6th Sense is always a useful thing to have on any tank. Other than maybe the TOG, you might just want to take it for granted that you're in a TOG, and so people know where you are because you're massive. The commander also doubles up as the radio operator, but I don't really think of anything for the radio operator. You might want the signal boost, situational awareness to increase your view range, or if you really want to get that signal range up, you'll want to get the signal boosting. It could go with Eagle Eye as well. Eagle Eye is a good thing to have. See what damage to modules you've done. Jack of all trades maybe as well. Recon as well, if you want to increase your view range. And then obviously all your common stuff. For the gunner, I'm going with Deadeye, which is always nice to have that extra damaging shots to do more damage to modules and crews. So you knock out an enemy's ammo rack, he uses a repair kit, and then you knock it out again. Then he goes hacks and you get banned, but that's for a different story. Armourer, if you're really a penny pincher and don't want to spend on small repair kits, which is what I never used to have small repair kits on. However, in the New Year's sales, I just started using them, so now I'm keeping up using them. Snapshot you might want if you're fighting in close quarters all the time. Designated target might be useful. I don't know. I don't really think it's much use for me, but I suppose it might be. Then of course your common stuff. For the driver, I am going with off-road driving to reduce your ground resistance and increase your speed over rough ground. And then I'll probably go clutch braking because your traverse speed is not particularly good. Controlled impact, well, you're not really going to ram anything in a Matilda anyway, so probably don't worry about that. And people only really ram it in a large last-ditch attempt, or if they're just trolling people. Preventive maintenance, if you find you're on fire constantly, then yes, maybe get that. Smooth ride if you want to fire on the move, obviously, and be like a light tank, and just go screw society. Loader, I'm going with Adrenaline Rush, because Adrenaline Rush is always a useful thing to have when you're on lower health, and to get that extra bit of damage and XP and credits in. Safe stowage, obviously, if your ammo rack keeps getting knocked out. Intuition, because you do get 3 types of ammunition. Armor piercing, APCR, and high explosive. So if you're swapping between high explosive and armor piercing, or armor piercing and APCR, because you might want some APCR with your less than admirable penetration. And then of course your common stuff as well. So overall, I like it. Its armor is good for a medium tank. You can bounce plenty of shots in it. You get special matchmaking, only tier 6 games, I believe. I can fly. In the Matilda Mark IV. Mark IV? What? Mark IV. I do not English good today. But yes, I think you might want to wait for a sale, if you don't want to fork out 1500 gold. But overall, it's a good tank. Good armor, an okay gun, an alright gun. So yes, I will thank you for watching this review, and goodbye.